(1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time). Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. The headlines first. Prime Minister says the theme of Defence Expo Ideas Arms for Peace reflects Pakistan's desire for peace and stability. Foreign Minister says Pakistan, being a responsible state, is always committed to play its role for international peace and stability. President has emphasized on substantially and enhancing volume of bilateral trade between Pakistan and Serbia. All-party Hurriyat Conference has urged New Delhi to shun its communal agenda in the internationally designated disputed territory and pave the way for settlement of Kashmir issue as per relevant UN Security Council resolutions. The G20's summit kicked off at Bali in Indonesia today. The third and last T20 match between Pakistan and Ireland women's teams will be played in Lahore tomorrow. And now the news in details. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says he's pleased to see that the country's defence sector is catering to demands of modern technological era. In a tweet today, he said the ongoing Ideas Defence Expo in Karachi highlights Pakistan's growing footprint in the global defence market. The Prime Minister said the expo's theme, Arms for Peace, reflects Pakistan's desire for peace and stability. The 11th edition of Defence Exhibition Ideas 2022 commenced at Expo Centre in Karachi today. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari inaugurated the exhibition. Federal Minister for Defence Production Mohammad Israr Tareen, Sindh Chief Minister Syed Murad Ali Shah and high civil and military officials attended the inaugural ceremony. Our Karachi correspondent Altaf Pirzado reports that the exhibition will continue till Friday, in which around 300 exhibitors from 32 countries are displaying their latest and innovative products, whereas over 500 national and international delegates are also taking part in the exhibition. Apart from the 6 halls of the Expo Centre, 3 marquees have also been set up, one of which has been named after Kashmir. Addressing the inaugural ceremony of 11th edition of International Defence Exhibition and Seminar Ideas 2022 in Karachi, Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari called for dialogue among regional and international players to ensure peace, stability at regional and international levels. He stressed on the need for resolution of long-standing issue of Jammu and Kashmir in accordance with UN resolutions and aspirations of people of Kashmir in the interest of regional peace. He said that best way to safeguard and strengthen national security is to achieve economic self-reliance, rebuild and strengthen political institutions and ensure rule of law. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari said that Pakistan, being a responsible state, is always committed to play its role for international peace and stability. He appreciated the working and performance of Defence Export Promotion Organisation and called for public-private partnership to promote export of defence productions. He further said Pakistan is now exporting some high-level defence products to over 60 countries and scope could be extended by promoting public-private partnership in the field. Addressing another ceremony at the Yuja campus of Dow University of Health Sciences in Karachi today, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari said that the development and prosperity of the country depends on a strong democracy and we must put our weight to take the country forward on this path. He further said that the main objective of the politics, government and the bureaucracy is to serve the people. President Dr. Arif Alvi has emphasized on substantially and enhancing the volume of bilateral trade between Pakistan and Serbia. He was talking to Pakistan's ambassador-designate to Serbia, Ali Haider Altaf, who called on him in Islamabad today. The president also underscored the need for promoting business and trade activities between the two countries to fully achieve the bilateral trade potential. This is Radio Pakistan. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has tested positive for coronavirus. In a tweet today, Minister for Information and Broadcasting Mariam Aurangzeb said the Prime Minister was unwell for last 2 days and got tested on the advice of doctors today. She appealed to people to pray for the Prime Minister's speedy recovery. President Dr. Arif Alvi has wished Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif speedy recovery from coronavirus. In a statement today, he prayed for the Prime Minister's good health and asked him to take precautionary measures. National Assembly's Speaker Raja Parvez Ashraf and Deputy Speaker Zahid Akram Durrani have also prayed for health and speedy recovery of Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif. In a statement today, they said the Prime Minister will recover from coronavirus very soon and continue to steer the country on the path of development and prosperity. The Sikh Yatris returned to India through the Wagah border after attending the 553rd birth anniversary of Baba Guru Nanak. Evacuee Trust Property Board Additional Secretary Rana Shahid Salim and other senior officials bade farewell to the Sikh pilgrims with special gifts and best wishes at the border. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference has said that India is using military might with all-out Hindutva approach to suppress the Kashmiris' struggle for securing their inalienable right to self-determination. According to Kashmir Media Service, the All-Party Hurriyat Conference spokesperson in a statement issued in Srinagar urged New Delhi to shun its communal agenda in the internationally designated disputed territory and pave the way for settlement of the Kashmir issue as per relevant resolutions of the United Nations Security Council. The All-Party Hurriyat Conference made it clear that the sacrifices of more than 500,000 people given for freedom would not be allowed to go waste. Meanwhile, Sikh leader and member of Indian Parliament Simranjeet Singh Mann, talking to reporters at the border along with Jammu and Indian Punjab, ripped apart the New Delhi's integral mantra, saying that Jammu and Kashmir continues to remain a disputed territory whose future is to be decided through UN-acknowledged plebiscite. He criticized the Modi government for revoking Article 370 to claim that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. The minister said he is using the mild word folly for the Nehru's Act, as it was because of his mistake India is facing trouble in Jammu and Kashmir. On the other hand, many Kashmiri journalists refused to file fabricated stories on Kashmir and instead resigned from several English newspapers. The G20 summit kicked off in Bali, Indonesia today. During the opening address of the conference, Indonesian President Joko Widodo, as chair of the summit, called on member states to end the conflict. He said we have no other option and collaboration is needed to save the world. The Indonesian president said the G20 must be the catalyst for inclusive economic recovery. He further said we must not divide the world into parts and must now allow the world to fall into another Cold War. US President Joe Biden, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, French President Emmanuel Macron, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, and other leaders are attending the event. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has called for making efforts to stabilize oil markets during his talks with Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The British Prime Minister held a one-on-one meeting with the Crown Prince as they gathered for the Group of 20 summit in the Indonesian resort island of Bali. The third and last T20 cricket match of three-match series between Pakistan and Ireland women's teams will be played in Lahore tomorrow. The match will start at 10 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Three-match series is level by 1-1. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, light rain with snowfall over the hills is expected in Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir and its adjoining hilly areas. To end the news, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister says the theme of Defence Expo Ideas, Arms for Peace reflects Pakistan's desire for peace and stability. Foreign Minister says Pakistan, being a responsible state, is always committed to play its role for international peace and stability. President has emphasized on substantially and enhancing volume of bilateral trade between Pakistan and Serbia. All parties Hurriyat Conference has urged New Delhi to shun its communal agenda in the internationally designated disputed territory and pave the way for settlement of Kashmir issue as per relevant UN Security Council resolutions. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. And also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio, Pakistan News Official.